Space aid travel to and from Aviano Air Base is restricted to flights to and from Schengen countries. Hey everyone, welcome back. I just wanted to put out a little bit of information on some space aid stuff and something I just noticed. I was digging through my app, as you see on the screen. So if you just go to the militaryretirementpodcast.com/space-a, you can get to this information, and you can pull up this information as you see fit with all the information, the phone numbers and everything. You can actually click on these different things and it'll give you like the Google Maps locations and et cetera, et cetera. You already probably know that. But one thing I did notice the other day when I was digging through here was I clicked on Aviano, which is in the northern part of Italy. And I realized that they had some interesting information in here. The foreign clearance guide, which I do not currently have access to because I don't have a CAC, basically it says space aid travel to and from Aviano Air Base is restricted to flights to and from Schengen countries, meaning European countries, Germany, Italy, France, Spain, Portugal, etc., which travelers must clear customs at the Schengen location prior to arriving in Italy. Basically, what's saying is you have to get or put in a request for access prior to arriving. So all active duty and civilians, unless PCSing to Aviano or stationed in Italy, must submit installation access requests 30 days prior to the visit start date. So if you're trying to travel to Aviano, you need to put in this request 30 days prior to your date that you want to actually be on the ground. So if you're taking a hop from the East Coast to Aviano, or even from the Midwest is where I've traveled from the Midwest to Aviano from Scott Air Force Base. All other Aviano AB visitors, personnel not assigned to Aviano who do not have an escort sponsor must complete installation access request form IAR 3 to 4 weeks prior to visit. There's the email. And there is the request information. As a note, all IARs must be sponsored by commander stationed at Aviano. The SFS commander signs for retirees and unaffiliated visitors when they walk in, contact LVIS or the VCC, and the OSS commander normally signs for unaffiliated air crew. There is currently no exception to this policy. It allows individuals who intend to stay on base for no longer than 2 days and 1 night are allowed without an IAR. Therefore, to abide by host nation regulations, space aid travelers must find accommodations in local economy and should travel with their leave orders and leave address showing Italy as the destination. So I guess what this is essentially saying, and feel free to let me know in the comments if you have any other observations or thoughts on this, but what it's essentially saying is once you hit the ground in Aviano, if you want to be on the base, you need to request to stay on the base. Otherwise, you need to reside off the base. So this is interesting to me because I haven't seen this on any other sites so far that I've looked at. And I only know of one other site in Europe right now that has special kind of stipulations whenever you're coming into, and that's Rota. And funny enough, Rota doesn't actually show anything on here. It doesn't say anything about special requests that you have to make for visas or anything like that. But Rota is one of those places where you have to make special requests for visas prior to hitting the ground in Rota. Otherwise, you cannot land in Rota, Spain. So if you're trying to take a hop from Norfolk to, say, Naples, and Rota is one of the stops along the way, and they're not stopping overnight, you can fly through Rota. But if you're flying directly to Rota, Spain, you have to actually request for visa access prior to getting on the ground in Rota, Spain, because they're only allowing people with Schengen visas or Schengen authorization, which means European authorization, into the country, but they don't have that listed on the Air Mobility Command site, interestingly enough. But on the Aviano site, they have some stipulations. And this is the only one I've seen. I've looked at the Sigonella site as well. I don't see that same stipulation here in Sigonella. But again, I'll dig through and see if I can find something. I just want to bring this to your attention because this seems like it could be pretty interesting if you happen to fly in through Aviano. Most people fly in through Ramstein in Germany, and then from there go on to further destinations, whether they're traveling through Europe or continuing on to the Pacific or whatever. So this one really caught my attention. I just want to bring it to your attention as well. All right. Thanks, everybody, and safe travels out there. The springtime is coming up. It's right upon us right now. And I hope you get out there and do some traveling and enjoy your time. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.